Hello and welcome to Blue Girls Video Podcast. I have documented dreams from my journal January 2017 and February 2017. Although I don't know, January and February, there's a lot of dreams, so we may not finish February 2017. So anyway, the first dream is titled 1950. This woman is walking in a shopping mall in an area with different foods being displayed, and to her right is a restaurant. A woman has a large Ziploc bag full of green stuff. She wanted to know the birth of Big Sister, 1960 or 1950. The woman thought 1950, 30 years older than her. So, I had a big sister from Big Sister, Big Brother Association, and I'm almost positive she was born in the 50s sometime. The game. Two women showed up together. One woman looked like a friend of mine with short wavy hair, 1920 style. She was sitting at a desk while the other woman was waiting in a room by herself with a record player. They wanted to play a game but didn't know how to play. Of course, a woman who looked like my friend was winning at 12, while the other girl was at 4 on these lists. The girl not winning got tired of waiting and met with her friend. She had to leave. It was late, 10:30. Gloomy. I think this dream takes place in Seattle, Washington, because it looks gloomy and the people are mainly white and young. First, 3 women are all sleeping in a bed together, not romantically, but it feels like a guest. Then a group of colleagues are sitting down at a round table in the break room. A woman hasn't been in this area for 4 to 5 months and is sitting outside table with her black purse, and some guy inside store sees her. Yes, so whenever I have a dream, if it's gloomy, I always assume it's the Pacific Northwest because that's the only place that I know that's really gloomy. Although it has gotten better in the since the late 90s, it's not as gloomy. So yeah, I think that whatever these women, they were just friends and they were all sleeping in the same bed for whatever reason. I think that that's kind of the only bed they had. I fell back asleep. Hours later, woke up. 2 people dressed in long coats go into an apartment. The place has wooden floors, and walking straight to the far left is a kitchen with dishes and sink. The bathroom door is open and clean, but has some water near old-fashioned tub. One guy is playing with bugs. He keeps... Okay. Then a woman sees a reddish and whitish male dog. As they leave, they walk down some stairs and see the lower female's neighbor. All right. I received this one when turned on phone on December 10th after I woke up from dream of Seattle. Whatever. I don't remember this dream. Okay. Black helicopter. There is light snow on desert terrain and desolate. A black helicopter is sitting on a runway with a small building next to it. A man with a G comes out of a sliding glass door. He isn't wearing civilian clothes, but not wearing green army clothes neither, nor a cop uniform either. A person comes out from behind the building and sees the helicopter and is walking in to his left. A guy has a bug. So I don't know what it is with these bug things. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is some kind of... the guy isn't wearing civilian or army clothes, but I think it has something to do with the army. There's a black helicopter. I know it's at night. I remember being at night. And there's light snow, and it is in the desert. And it's kind of an isolated area. And there's only, like, it's a really small building, so it's not like they get a lot of traffic there. So yeah, so I can see him. He's like, the helicopter is right beside or a little behind the building, to the, like, the building's right here, and it's like in the back a little bit. So I don't know what he's doing there or why he's there. I mean, I'm sure it's some kind of job that he is, but I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so the next one is orange juice and headlights. There is a gathering of people, possibly at a church. There is a foldable table with plastic glasses of orange juice. What a stupid dream. Then there is an apartment complex, and inside is a square. Have seen this place in dream before, but it has been a long time. So whatever I say, it's a church or whatever, and they're putting out orange juice. So when I lived in the Southwest, I would have, like, dreams about square, and I thought it was an apartment, but I'm not sure. And so once I left the Pacific, or the Southwest, excuse me, I have a headache. Then those dreams kind of stopped. But I did have one before, once in the Pacific Northwest, about square, and people were having paddings or whatever, like a football or whatever. Anyway, so the next dream is headlights. I have been waking up early this month when it is still dark outside, so I am picking something up. The dream is of a car with its headlights on in the dark. Vacation, and so it starts with, I woke thinking I need to get out of here. God only knows how many times I've said that or thought that anyway. There's a dark, empty room full of girls' items, including a dresser full of hardcover books, 2 empty suitcases, and other items. Too dark to see. She has to wait for something at medical doctor place. Okay, fall back asleep. A very different dream location, possibly South Lake Tahoe. A young woman shows up at another woman's front door. There are 2 doors, an area, possibly resort, with wood and several twists and turns. She is walking downward and sees either a pool or whirlpool. 2 lesbians are being sexual. Packed like sardines. There is an apartment complex, and a woman is looking for number 200 something apartment. She goes into a woman's place that is compact and packed like sardines. She sees a button and turns it off. Then she goes to a mall and sees a Starbucks, and this area where foreign women have grocery items, delicacies stored behind glass windows. Well, that's kind of strange. Doesn't make sense. A woman has a place that's packed like sardines. Well, maybe she's a hoarder. She sees a button and turns it off. Well, that's a little weird. Why would a button be in an apartment? Well, maybe, I don't know. So I don't remember this dream. Asheville. 1111.049. A young woman says, I'm going to kick your ass. Some people are going to Asheville, North Carolina. I have actually been to Asheville, North Carolina once, because I had this, I don't know what he was called. He was a healer, but so he mentioned like places to go and, to move to. And then my youngest brother told me that, you shouldn't really listen to that because they can be going to places where you can die. But anyway, I didn't end up in Asheville, North Carolina, even though I did like it there. I was only there for like a couple days. So anyway, bowl. I see the back of a woman's head. She has thick light brown hair that is cut into a bowl shape. She cut it herself. Okay, bunk bed. This young woman is in a clean room with a bunk bed. Then she meets with someone, probably a female doctor. She has F. Strange name, almost Italian looking. She has F. Well, maybe that's her name. Strange name. but then I don't write it. Also, all kinds of movement at the end of the couch. I slept in real life, a presence. Yes, yeah, so that happens every now and then, and I sense kind of something in the room or whatever, so that's just one of these times, yeah. Pulse. I woke to hearing a noise like a pulse heartbeat. I looked outside my window, then kitchen window and back door peephole, and saw nothing. I didn't know what the noise was. Maybe something electric, cooler outside. Anyway, I cannot recall most of my dreams. There were 3 guys, older, sleeping in a clean one room with a bunk bed. You know, a lot of these dreams that I'm telling you, I don't remember them. Most of them. I do remember the black helicopter or whatever. Internet. A woman is walking down a street. This area does not look familiar to me. She goes to a community area where internet access is available. A large monitor. She is looking up things. Then she bounces to the next screen to her left. She wants to get a room. Then have her brother pay half, $50. His boyfriend can sleep in the sleeping bag on the floor. So whenever I have a dream, a good part of the time I can tell the location. It may not be the exact state, but like a certain area, like I can sense it. But sometimes I cannot. And so this area doesn't look familiar to me. So blue eyes. This woman is on a public bus and standing up with others. A guy who looks like Mr. J is sitting down next to a girl. In the distance, about 2 blocks, she sees water. Then she goes to a restaurant for coffee. She goes up to some guy with summer blonde hair, bowl-shaped around his face with hair a little above the shoulders with blue eyes. Another woman is at the restaurant as well. Yeah, so I think that this dream takes place in the Pacific Northwest, but Mr. J is, well, at the time he was living in the Midwest. So it could be his, someone with his first name. Okay, so dead end. This young girl is sitting on a carpeted step of this room with other people for a class. She says centimeters, mainly white people. A guy with brown hair is up front, not teacher. She then is walking and goes into this one room and sees downstairs that leads to nothing but a door. People are not wearing coats. Later, several people are at this house. Then I hear a doorbell before the dream ends. Schwinn. 2 women are sitting at a table. There is a form with typewriting on it. Schwinn Bicycle, the business named Change. Okay, so like when me and my cousins were younger, they had Schwinn bikes. I don't know if I had a Schwinn bike, but ratty. A photo of a young guy with blonde, ratty-looking hair with blue eyes, grunge-like. Then a woman is possibly sitting on a bus and wanting to exchange phone numbers. Email. Letter D. This one girl is walking around town. She can choose any disc with the letter D. There isn't any popular DVDs that she liked. On the 13th, New Jersey tri-state people are loud. There also was a dream of a boy in his house. I made an error and forgot to include the part of letter D. A woman hears from her brother and he wants her to come back and help get his son out of his house. 10 people are staying there, or the 10th. She doesn't want to pay walk-up fare of $200. Okay, so this is 2017, and at this time, this is 2022, and this is being recorded. Let's see here. She can choose any disc with the letter D. That's kind of strange. On the New Jersey, I have never been to New Jersey. Tri-state people are loud. I think that's kind of what I heard, and that's not really my cup of tea. I'm kind of a laid back person. And I haven't had that many dreams about New Jersey in general. To steal. Now, this isn't a dream. This is more of a perception or paranoia. So it's actually January, in real life, January 27, 2023. And this dream, or not the dream, but what I write is January 16, 2017. So I don't know why. I mean, I usually wouldn't write it, a title for it like this. I would say, okay, this isn't a dream. But anyway, it says to steal. On December 8th, after returning to my place, I noticed one brown slipper missing from my back patio, and I thought, how odd. Then the other slipper went missing on December 14th or 15th. I caught a brown nursing dog by my place. I left chewing sticks on the patio. I think this is symbolic, meaning something was stolen from me. I do not know if it was a job or a relationship or an apartment. Okay, so I do believe that things are symbolic. Okay, so after the 8th, whatever, there was a brown slipper missing, and then the dog came back for the other one. So that's what it sounds like. I remember talking to my neighbor about it. I probably sounded all paranoid. And she goes, well, it's probably a dog. But I never saw dogs walking around and then until December 14th or 15th. I meant they would be in their, whatever. It's a small town, so they'd be in their enclosed area, with their house. So I do think that it was symbolic. I don't know why it was a dog, but... Then on January 9th, I received a strange text message. Then the next day, a message. It was not my account, nor my name, nor my address. So I believe something was stolen from me. Oh, so I don't know about that one. The end. This is the end. My only friend. The end. I know I can't sing. They won't let me in choir. I was like the only person. How embarrassing. But anyway, well, it has been a little over a week and I cannot remember any dreams. So I think this is the end of my dreams, but I have thought it was the end before. One time when I was watching Joel Osteen on the TV, I remember him saying that God shows you the end first of how things are to play out in your life. The entry here is one of the first entries of my dream journal. The first entry was titled At the Crossroads, where an African-American woman is helping me. Then the next entry is this one. Girl in photograph. June 26, 2010. Two of my male friends and myself were walking near swamplands off the coast of Florida. After a little break, these men gave me a big responsibility. Then I saw a photograph of a girl's portrait of her in first or second grade. Then the girl was dancing and then went to go sit by her baby brother on the couch. Okay, so that was a dream. Girl in photograph, what I just read to you. So from this dream, there was two male friends. One was white, and another one was African American, and we were by a swampland. And it says here Florida, like the swamplands in Florida. It could have been New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans, but it had swamplands. So after a little break, they were going to give me a job, and that never happened. And this was in 2010, and it's 2023. So there was a photograph of a portrait of a girl who was in first or second grade. And the girl just looked just like me. She looked just like me. It could be that, meaning that, plus, or she was in the same situation as me, which she needed a job. And it sounds like the girl, she was dancing around or whatever, and then she went to go sit by her baby brother on the couch. It could have been her brother. January 11, 2017. I am adding more information to the stream that was left out. I was walking somewhere, and then I was with two people, and I had a big responsibility after a little break. Then I saw a photograph of a picture of a girl who looked just like me. It was like a school picture of me that I didn't see it. Then it showed the girl moving around before picture taking. Then the next part, she was having a baby. She's with a baby that was sleeping and posing for a picture. Now, from what I remember, one man had blonde hair and blue eyes. This is what I just told you. Hair part in the middle, and the other man was African American, and we were all by a swamp, like lake for some reason. I do not know what big responsibility they were talking about, but I think it was most likely a job. But that did not happen at this point. I cannot remember what the girl looked like at all, but dark brown hair like me. She looks like me too. Her brother could have been her son. I have been documenting my dreams now for almost 7 years, and it is so disheartening to know what God's planned for me and to see my dreams taken away from me piece by piece over the years until there is nothing left. Map of the world. This is the second dream since January 3rd, 2017. All I can remember is a bunch of young, predominantly white people, almost like at a camp. No one is wearing coats. A girl has a really cool jewelry box or container of the map of the world sitting on a long dresser. She is waiting to go with people and possibly van, but misses her ride. The name of late Robin Williams comes to mind, so maybe there is a Robin or William or RW involved. Also, for the third time, I woke up thinking that I need to get out of here, so I do not know if it is a forewarning or boredom of this town. Okay, so there was this girl who, she was in her bedroom and she had this really cool jewelry box or container, and it had a design of the map of the world, and it was on her dresser, and she was going to camp. That's what I remember. And so whatever, she was like, they were going to come pick her up in a van to go to camp, but she missed her ride, which kind of doesn't really make sense because you think that maybe they would call her or come in. But anyway, so I got the name Robin. I didn't get Williams. It was just Robin. So maybe that's a girl's name or whoever was going to pick her up. Okay, so again, I'm thinking, oh, I have to get out of here. I have to get over. Update. January 17, 2017, I overheard a woman mention a DVD of Robin Williams and Popular. It is pretty obvious that someone has favorite and I do not. So what is new, right? Well, who wants to hear that depressing stuff, right? Seize the day. In the beginning of this dream, this girl doesn't want to go out drinking with her brother's female friend. Then I see something like a map that there is no land but can feel ridges in the color of sea. Blue for a body of water. Someone that uses an X-Acto knife to start at one edge and cut a line north crossing the sea and ending at another point with ridges. I feel excited while writing this since I love water. Another interpretation could be since the sky has a bluish tint at nighttime, someone could possibly be contemplating a trip north at night. April 3rd, 2017, I received something in the mail from Brandon, Florida. I looked on the map and the cities cross body of water by 2 different highways to Palmetto. The map looks like it does have ridges. The map explaining excitement and dream. The person may also be sharp or edgy. Haley, or Haley. I spelled it differently each time. I'm still in January of 2017, so it looks like we're not going to get to February in this video here. My dream entry, the block, on August 4th, 2013, stating there was some kind of robbery downtown, emergency blocked off. My dream entry, I got it wrong. On August 5th, 2013, I was planning to go visit my oldest niece and meet her daughter for the first time. I haven't seen her in a really long time. Then these words I heard in my dream, I got it wrong. It was Colorado, not California. Get the hell out of there. My aunt told me over the phone. Yeah, so this was kind of strange when I was like sitting in a chair in the state of Washington. And I was just having a conversation with my aunt who's passed away. It'll be 2 years in February. And I was looking at my journal, I swear to God. And she told me to get the hell out of there. And, you know, that's exactly what I was looking at. This was in real life. I was walking down the street in Reno, and a young woman who looked like a lesbian introduced herself to me, and she shook my hand. Her name was Haley. She told me that she liked my New York shirt. Oh yeah, I remember this. I recently made an entry to steal about a real-life event of a dog stealing my slippers from back patio. I woke 3 times thinking, I need to get out of here. I was probably going a little stir crazy because it was a small town in the middle of nowhere. Now in my entry, most of the time I do not specify a person's name, but mention friend, brother, etc. But I am going to give more information and will just mention Haley or Haley. Haley is my niece's only child who I still have not met. I did meet her last year. This is actually in real life. I did meet her last year, 2022. And this is the dream takes, or this writing is January 2017. Then I am a member of Ancestry. Oh, whoops, I should have said that. And I heard from a woman in my family too whose last name is Haley. Well, so what? So that's just a sign. So I was like, oh my gosh, I just hope I didn't miss an opportunity because I didn't keep in contact with everyone. Everyone moved around. So this dream is silverware. Silver wire. All I can remember is a bunch of silver wire. A house that has back porch enclosed 550. A girl lives there with other girls. I remember telling someone about the crappy rug at my former residence. January, okay, 2017. Street de la Fuca. I am reminded of my former residence of the scene, the Strait of Juan de Fuca just outside my apartment. I see water in the stream, an overweight man jumping off a dock, and then someone clapping. There are 2 women. One young woman is sitting on a couch with a lock for her door. She sees all these guys, Mexican or Spanish, pass by her door. Later, she is outside. I see a spiral staircase. Architecture is different, possibly foreign. Also, there is a video of a Hispanic or Mexican woman by herself. 76. Well, it has been windy. Well, I'm not even going to do that. It is nighttime and a girl is sleeping on the upper bunk with her backpack with her. There's also a Mexican or Spanish woman sitting on the couch without any lights on. Then this girl is on a shuttle, number 56 or 76. She has a lot of change with her, but is looking for a bus token to pay driver. There also is another girl there on shuttle. Later, her zebra backpack is with a pile of things on the floor in the house. She is staying. Something gross. There is something that looks like a laptop. Not sure, but it all has dead ants on it. So I did not, this is titled Family Member Dreams. Well, I did not have any dreams last night. So we'll share a dream of my cousin. She has told me a couple of her dreams, and the one this September was of her phone falling into a waterfall. This is a good one. She could see it. She could see it in the waterfall. Then she said, if I go into the waterfall, I will die. At that time, my brother and cousin and her husband went to a waterfall in northern Minnesota. Then this week, she told me she woke up crying because she had a funeral dream of her mom. My aunt passed away. We thought that maybe it was another aunt who had been ill. Both are my mom's deceased sisters. I also do have a nephew who has interesting dreams, but that is all I know about him. Also, I found out that in December that a high school father is terminally ill with cancer. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Oh, yeah, so that was really cool because it says, I will die, and then when I was on the Southwest, I had telling lies, I will die, and I think that was actually a dream that I was. Okay, thanks for watching.